try not to get too spaced out with my laptop screensaver. That's gonna be so distracting. Do I keep that? Fuck it, yeah. Tea at midnight though. I've got a really bad habit of bringing tea to bed recently. Pubes. When you heard me say that, you either went, oh, or... And that's why I want to make this video. I feel like pubes, pubic hair, whatever you want to call it, muffs, are a really controversial thing, and I don't know why. So today, I'm going to investigate into it. I wrote notes for this video. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently about the kinds of content I want to start creating on this channel. I want to start creating, as if I haven't been making content for years, but I've been thinking really deeply about who watches me and my comments. I get a lot of comments from younger people, which is lovely, and it got me thinking, when I was their age, what is it that I wanted to see? Although if you are maybe even older than me or my age now, this may still be interesting to you just to talk about, as if we're like a bunch of girlfriends or guys, obviously guys can watch us, having a little chat. The funny thing about pubes sounds like a title of a book. Pretty sure my mum just walked past my bedroom when I said that. She probably thought, oh, how's Ellie getting on with her life? What's she up to these days? Well, I brought her up well. To me, I used to think that I had no choice. And I'm not saying that to come across as like preachy or like, oh my god, the society's awful. As a kid, I was sad and confused. I'm just being deadly honest. I literally thought there was no choice. And the fact that I can definitely hear someone outside of my bedroom door, and it's making me really uncomfortable. To me, that hair on my body that started growing when I was, I don't even know how old, was a sign from my body to me, telling me that I need to start picking up the razor. That is literally what I thought, because I've grown up around friends, TV, films. I must have watched porn at a young age, I don't know, out of curiosity. I'd seen naked people on whatever. When did I see naked people? I don't know, but I knew that it was a lot more common to have none than to have any, and the only time I ever really saw any was in sexual health videos at school. But you probably listen to, you know, things you see more often rather than one little tacky, stupid video they show you at school. So this brings me to, why do we have it? Why is hair growing on my nether regions? 90,000 years ago, after our last ice age, we lost all our body hair. Like, we were covered in it. We were hairy. We were Hagrid times 10. And it just came off because it wasn't a necessity anymore. However, we still kept some hair, and mainly that thick matte hair stayed on our armpits and our privates. There isn't actually one solid main reason why we supposedly still have pubic hair. Some researchers might say that it's because we visually represent to the opposite sex that we are blossomed into a adult and we are ready to mate and be a potential mating partner. In turn, that will also help as like a friction barrier for when we are mating. The second reason we supposedly have this pubic hair is because it holds this thing called pheromones, which holds in odour, and that can, you know, attract the opposite sex because they can smell you. That's so gross when you put it like that. But that's what it supposedly does. It's a hormone thing. Apparently when a woman is in a certain time of her month, she can be more attracted to that smell. It's interesting. But basically, all science will probably tell you at the end of the day, pubic hair is there to work as a barrier and to protect you from a lot of things, which we'll get to later. So all of that being said, I'm basically sitting here and telling you that having pubic hair increases your chances of finding a mate, makes women more attracted to you because you give out these things called pheromones, protects you from friction burn so you can have as much sex as possible, gives your partner a visual representation that you are ready to mate. So why is it that a study of over 1,000 students in America told us that 96% of females and 87% of males remove their pubic hair. Which also, can I add, 75% of those people have also experienced genital itching from doing so. This sounds like it's about to be a bias video and I'm like steering towards one side. I'm really not. I'm just kind of like looking at the situation from afar and laughing about it because I'm like, why are we doing this thing we are doing? Like, as humans, what are we doing? I'm just kind of picturing the situation as if I'm an alien or something and I'm not involved in what I'm looking at in terms of research and study. So this instantly makes me want to look at the pros of shaving pubes off. When I say removing hair, I'm literally meaning either 90% of it gone or gone. A first pro would be there is less chance of odour. With pubic hair you would have less air circulation and more hair there means sweat will cling onto it and create a nice little smell. Although scientifically that's proven to be an attractive thing, but I can't really imagine that being an attractive thing. Can you? Having no hair down there also for the woman can be more sensitive and nicer to feel for yourself and your partner. Feelings down there will heighten if there's no hair to get in the way of your skin being involved in skin on skin action. For a guy, yes, this is a girl on guy thing, if he was to shave down there, it supposedly helps make his member look bigger. I didn't actually know that. And the last pro, really, which is, I think, the one that takes over all the others and every single con, it's more acceptable and it's more common in society. It apparently looks more inviting for people and more people would say it does than it doesn't, and more people would be more comfortable with sleeping with someone who has tidied or shaven. Weirdly, the con list is a lot longer. The first one being shaving is expensive in the long run. If you add up the amount you spend on razors and shaving cream, a tip from myself to you, just buy men's shavers, razors, whatever they're called. I know it's super unfair that we have to pay more as females for razors, but it doesn't really matter, they do the same job. Number two, it causes itching, and this is down to regrowth. I mean, that goes without saying, if you shave something and it grows back curly, it's gonna start digging into you. That will cause itching. And also, number three, ingrowing hairs. Oh my gosh, you can get ingrowing hairs anywhere. Has anyone ever had ingrowing hair? Just them in general are the most disgusting things. I watched this video on YouTube once and someone pulled out an ingrowing hair that was like that long and it was inside their body and I was like, ah. Also, something I didn't actually know, well, it's dumb for me saying this, but I'm going to admit, shaving increases your chances of infection, and obviously infection equals STDs, and also the fact that there is no hair there to suck in moisture like sweat, that can lead to herpes or wart infection. Well, not just that in general, but it will encourage it. I'm not saying you're going to get herpes or warts. Oh god, I'm going to give off the wrong information here if I'm not careful. Next one is redness. Razor burn. We've all had razor burn, right? I mean, yum. It's still going to be a bit red if you get it professionally done. Speaking of razor burn, you can actually get a razor burn from actual razors, or from cream, which is a chemical burn. So yay. Then there's cuts. Then there's blisters and affecting your skin membrane, which, like I said, encourages STDs. It's more likely you'd get one if you have lots of ripping to the skin. I'm not telling you this stuff because I'm your mother and I'm like, you should listen to the science. I'm saying it because I was genuinely interested to hear what option would be the most suitable without the society bit. And I would say, if I was God and I stood in front of the world, that shaving that off is a little bit strange. You can do it, but it makes you a little bit less practical as a human being. Something like sensitivity, that might be a big enough reason for someone to say, nah, I'm still gonna do it, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not being biased. Oh! What the heck was that? Something I would like you to take from this video though, or something that I would like to talk about because I wish that someone had said this to me when I was a kid. I know that your friends talk about it as a bad thing. I know that it's rare to see a bush on TV or movies these days or porn. I know that. I'm not stupid. However, I do know that you have a choice of who you show your privates to. Whether your friends are doing it or whether they're not doing it, they're not going to see your bits. And if you're slaving away in the bathroom every week when it grows back for your friends because you feel like you want to fit in, you're not getting your foofs out in front of them anyway. I can guarantee half of those people who tell you that they shave probably don't bother or don't really like it. So instead of putting into practice what you feel like everyone else is telling you or everyone else seems to be doing, ask yourself, as goofy as that sounds, ask yourself what you think would make you feel more confident and more sexy and more attractive. Because at the end of the day, who's the one that sees you naked? You. And if you do have a partner, so somebody else does see you naked, then talk to them. It's completely fine to be open about something like that. I know it sounds a bit strange, like how would you bring that up in conversation? I believe that you can ask someone anything you want if you ask it in the right way. So instead of me sat here saying, so what do you want me to do with my pubic hair? Shave it? Into, what are your thoughts on shaving? Do you like it natural or do you like it well groomed? I mean, don't bring that up in the middle of their family meal or something. Obviously it needs to be in a time and place that is appropriate and one that he will understand what you're talking about, and you're not talking about, I don't know, the lawn outside or something. Pick your time and place, people. I think that's all I have to say on this topic. I would like to say that the comment question of this video is, do you shave or not? But I'm pretty sure that's a little bit invasive. So I would just like to know your opinion, if I'm honest. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in my next video what you would like me to discuss. Any taboo topics or anything sexual health, sex, puberty, relationship advice, love, bring it. I'm ready to chat, sister. I will see you on Monday, but until then, join me on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Like this video if you want more of these, and lastly, subscribe to be notified when I make a new video. Bye guys! Mwah.